Okay, so now you've gone through and you've learned all the different ways where you can find awesome people. And if you've decided that posting an ad on a job site is the best way to go, then this is for you. So we're basically going to go through, I'm going to show you what the best job ads have in common. I've given you some different sample job ads so that you can see what really works that I've used in the past, and just really get you everything you need so that when you post your own job ad, you attract the best possible people that are just really excited to work for you. They're going to give you great rates because there's so much in it for them beyond just the money, but they are going to still get a great rate, and it's just going to be something that everyone feels really, really good about. So, first, the best ads, as I said, they all have a few things in common. First, all of them explain exactly what you want, so there's no ambiguity. It's nothing like, you don't say, I want an attractive website that gets people to buy. You don't do that. And because you can see how an A player would see something like that, and they would say, he wants an attractive website, or she wants an attractive website. I have no idea what that means. This is probably going to go through a million different revisions. So you can see where someone who's done business with a lot of people, who knows the ins and outs, and does a really good job, would not want that. If you instead say, I want a website, these are 3 of my favorite different websites. I would like something that looks like this. I want it to be on WordPress. I'd like the opt-in form here, and explain specifically what you're looking for, then people will come flock to you because they'll know without a shadow of doubt that they can actually give you what you want. You also want to go through and make it step by step. So be really detailed. Make it sound like when you do that, it sounds easier for people so they know exactly what you're looking for. And then also, it just attracts the quality candidates who don't want to work with a shaky kind of people. They want to work with people that can very clearly identify what they want. So this is similar to explaining exactly what you want, except for I would also say, like, step 1, you would do this. Step 2, you would do this. Step 3, you would do this. That kind of thing. You also want to let people know what's in it for them. So the A player kind of workers, they do care about money, of course. Everybody needs money, but that's not all they care about. So a couple things that you can mention in your job ad. Long-term work potential. If you do have long-term work that people can have, if they do a good job, mention that. Mention if you'll give them great feedback if they do a good job, because a lot of people, they need as much positive feedback as they can so that they can get more and more bids. You mention to them that they're going to learn new skills. If you're going to train them on something new, let them know. A players love to learn. And make it sound fun. So for an example that I've used a couple times in my trainings is, I once had a job ad where I needed someone to go through and comment on blogs. And first I made the ad and I just said go through and comment on blogs, and I got like a lot of crap applicants. And then I posted again and I said, this is going to be a really cool job for someone who loves to chat and learn new things. You just go through, you find different blogs, you leave comments, and it's just like much higher energy. And I found someone who she wanted to charge $5 an hour. Turns out she was in charge of millions of dollars for the Australian government, totally overqualified, amazing person. I ended up hiring her later on to do operations management for the company that had 120 people, and she was great, but the only reason she ever even applied to this was because she said it sounded like some fun. She wanted an extra side job. So again, it's not all about the money. Let people know what they'll get for it. Also, I would suggest asking for a sample. Now, not every job site allows you to ask for a sample, but wherever you can, ask for something. If you're asking for writing work, for example, ask for a paragraph on whatever you're looking for. Maybe you can ask for things that they've done in the past. If they can only give you a portfolio, fine. If they can give you a sample, maybe they can make a quick mock-up of something. Not something that's going to take a lot of their time because you're not paying them for this, but just something that they could do in a couple minutes to really show that they can do quality work and they're willing to go a little bit above and beyond. Again, don't overextend anybody or be unfair if they're not going to get paid for it, but it's a really good way to just differentiate who can do a great job. You can do little tests if you want. So one thing that I've done in the past is I was looking for someone to do some research, and so I said, my name is Rachel Rofe, can you name a place that I've lived in the past, because I've lived in a lot of different places. And so they did the Google, they found my blog, they named a place that I've lived, and I found that they could do the research, number one, and they were willing to, again, go a little bit beyond what the average person just bidding on every single application would do. Another thing that I recommend doing on every single job ad is mention somewhere in your job posting, include with your postings the word purple cow at the top of your cover letter. Now, it doesn't need to be the phrase purple cow, it doesn't really matter. You can use red dragon, blue dinosaur, whatever you want. But the reason why I say this is because I'm scanning for people who are actually thoroughly reading my entire job ad. So once you say purple cow, it's amazing how many people don't mention that at the very beginning of their cover letter, and then you can just filter them out very easily. So this just knocks out so many people from the very beginning and really helps you hone in to the people who have an eye for detail. I also love people to tell me how long each job is going to take. So you can say in your job description that you want it done in a week, but even on your job ad, I would say in your response, tell me how long this job will take you. Have them reaffirm that they can do it within a week or however long it's going to take them. Maybe it'll be even faster. But this is because sometimes later on people have problems with deadlines, and I always like to get people, the people I work with, their buy-in before there's any problems so that we're all on the same term. You also want to ask for a price per task, not hourly. So we're going to go over this more in depth in Module 4, but for right now I'll just say don't hire people off hourly. Just ask what it would be for one-off. Whatever they think is fair is fine. The other thing I would say is I haven't done this in my previous job ads, but for future ones, I would recommend whatever your vision is of your company, I would also mention that on your actual job ad. So this way you attract people that have the same values as you and they can really get behind whatever it is that you stand for. So that is it for the job ads. As I said, you're going to get lots of sample job ads so that you can see how I've done everything and that you feel really, really good about exactly how to do things. Now in the next module, you're going to learn, now that you've done all the job ads, how you can learn without a shadow of a doubt how to know that you've hired the absolute best outsourcers for you. The best things that you can do to make sure that applicants are as good as they say they are, because a lot of times, people can talk really well, but we want to make sure that they actually can do a good job for you. The simple tests that reveal a lot about someone's personality. So I use this all the time. I think it's awesome. I use it not just for people I work with, but my friends, boyfriend, everybody. It could tell a lot about someone, and it's very, very useful when you're hiring people. How much to pay people, including what I pay for different tasks so that you can have a nice baseline. The types of people to never ever hire, even though it might sound tempting, and then more. So next module I think is going to be really great, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there.